Welcome back to Mass Appeal. We're with Michael Tesoro and Ashley Cole. Michael, that was the owner of Uma Tesoro's. We made two amazing Italian dishes, and we're finishing it off with one more. And you were saying this is the ideal dessert, either for kids coming, or not dessert, but ideal appetizer. Snack for kids coming home from school, or for adults after a long night.
Yeah, this is called mozzarella,
Mozzarella.
in carrozza.
In carrozza.
That means boxcars. Mozzarella in boxcars.
I can say that. Mozzarella in boxcars.
You say it well.
I do.
In
I can
Italy,
pronounce it.
they use mozzarella di bufala, which is buffalo, water buffalo. But it's the #1, I would say more than pizza even, in Campania. It is one of the most popular dishes for kids to have when they come home because it's so satisfying and very easy for anybody to make.
And the adults can snack on it too.
And they
which is
can.
always nice.
And so basically you just get some nice fresh, this is fresh mozzarella made with cow's milk. But try to get the fresh mozzarella, not the industrial one.
Okay.
I would say it gives it a lot nicer flavor. So you just use some Tuscan bread, slice it into pieces. Slice your mozzarella fairly thick, but not too thick that you know it won't melt. Then grab some basil.
Oh.
And just put a little bit of basil, depending upon who's getting it. Sometimes kids don't like green stuff on their food, but just flip this over and
So making little basil sandwiches.
making little basil and mozzarella sandwiches. These are little cars. Then you want to get 4 to 5 fresh eggs.
Oh.
I thought it was just going to be this. I said, I do this all the time.
Yeah, you want to
This is the difference.
Mix them up. Put them in a low dish,
Shallow, right.
very shallow dish. And then you want to
place them in?
Place it in,
It's like French toast, kind of.
kind of like French toast.
But it's not French at all.
It's
Italian.
Italian.
Italian
There
toast.
we are. It's
Now-
Italian toast.
You want it to soak in, but you don't want it to be wet and sloppy and falling apart. But you definitely want it to soak right in there. Don't be shy.
Do you flip it over and get
Then
the
you
other
flip
side?
it over to the other side as
All right.
well.
I'll get my hands dirty today.
And you want to put a good amount of oil in the bottom of your warm pan.
Yeah, you do. You don't want it to be more than you need, though. So you get this nice and soaked. This actually hasn't soaked quite enough yet, but for the purposes of demonstrating, we'll just stick it in there.
So it seems like there's a very fine line between soaked and soggy.
Yeah, and you definitely want the egg batter to mix onto the sides
Oh,
of
you
the
want that.
sandwich. You do want that.
This looks so good.
This is also a really great, this is also quite popular for late night revelers. When you come home to just make a quick little bite to eat before you go to bed.
Well, my
after
dad always made an egg sandwich as like a late night.
Exactly.
So it's kind of, a
you're
different
getting
take.
you're getting a lot of protein and a lot
Say,
of great
give
flavor.
this to me for breakfast, too. I'll take it.
Exactly.
Or
Saturday
dessert.
morning.
It could be whatever
Or
you want,
dessert.
I guess.
Yeah.
This looks amazing. And to recap, while these cook, what we made earlier, the delicata squash,
I'm
the
gonna go
world's
get that.
best squash,
Great.
the world's most underappreciated squash.
Delicata squash is the most underappreciated squash that is a summer squash, part of the summer squash family, although a lot of people think it's a winter squash. Now is the time to have it because it's in that interregnum period between the summer and winter. We're in the height of the fall. Now's a great time to eat delicata squash. Save your butternut squash and your acorn squash for later on.
And we also made some homemade pasta, and it was the mirepoix with some pasta, and then you added your own tomato sauce.
That's right.
And
so that's
lastly-
a shortcut. It's an easy way if you use a high quality pasta sauce to add to your.
Can I help
to
you
your
out here?
dish.
It
Yeah.
seems like the flip is the hardest part.
It is. There it
Wow,
goes. There you
look
go.
at
Nice.
that.
That looks really nice the way it
That
came
looks
out.
beautiful.
Yeah.
By the way,
wait till you try it.
Here's
you
to
want-
Christopher Columbus.
Here's to Christopher Columbus. If you want any of these recipes, as always, they're on our website, mymassappeal.com. These will be on there a little bit later today, but there's hundreds. Nay, there's maybe thousands